Descend. Descend deeper. Descend deeper and deeper. It is now time to get comfortable, so that we can begin to clear your mind of all your thoughts, and your feelings, and your emotions. Clearing your mind of any expectations you might have of what you are about to listen to, and just visualize, feeling the words flow through your body, and your thoughts as you listen to me talk. As you listen to my voice, you will hear me telling you a story. You will hear me talking to you, slowly and steadily, moving you into deeper and deeper depths of thoughts and feelings. So as you listen to me, you will find that you have no desire or need to move while you listen to me. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to imagine certain things. But it doesn't matter if you find you can't imagine all the things I'm asking of you. You might even find your mind wandering a bit, but you will always return to my words as you continue to listen to my voice, but that doesn't matter either. The words you are listening to are going to continue to relax you, and it really doesn't matter if you do not remember every word you hear, because very soon now, you are going to be more relaxed than you have ever known. Imagine yourself standing on the very top of a green hill, on a tropical island. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your head and shoulders and can see the long grasses around you, moving slightly in the gentlest of breezes. When you look down the hill, you can see a narrow, winding path that disappears into a small forest. And beyond the forest, you can see the ocean. With sunlight from the clearest of blue skies, glancing off the tops of the waves in the bay, so that the whole ocean seems to shimmer and sparkle. You begin to move lazily and easily down the path, with the ferns and grasses brushing gently against your legs as you pass. And you just catch the faint smell of salt borne in on the breeze, and you become aware of the distant sound of the ocean on the shore. Maybe hear seabirds calling faintly, from a long way off. You marvel at the deep sense of calmness and tranquility that sweeps over you, as you move on down and down towards the forest. Moving so easily, so effortlessly, you feel almost as though you're floating on air. And in no time at all you find yourself drifting through the trees, their leaves closing overhead to form a canopy, their branches making an irregular pattern against the clear blue of the sky. It's pleasantly cool in the forest, and the gentle sound of birds singing, echoing faintly, and the scent of the trees and undergrowth relaxes you still further. As you move easily into the inviting depths, becoming lazier and lazier with each step you take. You can hear a stream somewhere, its gurgling sound gradually mingling with the sound of the ocean. As you follow the winding path down and down towards the beach that you know is in front of you, weaving through the trees and brushing aside the occasional piece of foliage. Until, quite suddenly, you feel the warmth of the sun on your head and shoulders again, and you find yourself on a beautiful deserted beach. A beautiful golden shore line sweeping away in a gentle curve in front of you, to a distant point where the trees seem to come right down to the shoreline, so that their branches actually seem to overhang the ocean itself. You can feel the sand warm between your toes as you stroll lazily across the broad beach to the water's edge. The sand becomes a darker golden color when you get there, and you enjoy the change to a moist, firm coolness beneath your feet as you wander along the shore, leaving a lazy trail of footprints in the sand behind you. Every so often a larger than usual wave sends rivulets of water foaming around your feet, and as they recede, you notice how the sand is washed away from tiny colored pebbles, glinting like jewels in the sun. The smell of the ocean, the sunlight on the waves, the sound of the water hissing over the sand. All these things seem to create a sense of timelessness for some unknown reason. And you find yourself in a comfortable position, a grassy hollow maybe, to just sit and gaze out across the rolling depths to the horizon. Trickling warm, golden sand idly through your fingers. There's a faint haze which makes it difficult for you to see exactly where the sky stops and the ocean starts. And as you try to fathom it out, you see a small white cloud appear from somewhere near the horizon. It comes towards the island quite quickly, growing larger as it approaches, until it's immediately overhead. The largest, fluffiest, whitest cloud you can ever remember. And you somehow know, just by instinct, that you can let all your worries, all your cares, all your fears, just drift up towards this large white cloud. You can actually see them drifting away from you in a long slow spiral. Maybe like smoke from a bonfire. Just spiraling away from you towards this large white cloud. The cloud absorbs all your worries into itself, swallowing up all your fears and anxieties and becoming steadily darker all the time, until, just as it reaches its darkest, just as the last part of that spiral of your worries and cares disappears inside it, the sun bursts through, dispelling every one of your worries, every one of your fears and anxieties, to the edges of the universe, leaving you totally relaxed and perfectly at ease with yourself, without a single care in the world. And now, all your troubles and cares having floated away from you, you settle yourself down into a comfortable position and just drift off into a deep and relaxing sleep. And while you sleep, you have a dream. You dream you're walking down a long corridor, stretching away in front of you in a long gentle curve. So long that you can't actually see the end of it. But you know that this corridor is in the very depths of your subconscious mind. In the part of your mind that knows just what to do and just how to do it. And as you begin to move along this beautiful corridor, becoming even more relaxed, even more lazy, you realize that time and space are beginning to lose their meaning. Slowly the walls of the corridor seem to dissolve, leaving you in a large room. The room is full of a gentle golden light that relaxes you still further, and you suddenly realize, with a surge of inspiration and pleasure, that what you once saw as the limits of regular vanilla life are merely stepping stones to greater submission to me. It suddenly dawns on you, with a surge of joy and anticipation, that what once seemed to you to be the limits of your personality, of your skills and abilities, are nothing more than stepping stones to becoming even more. One wall of this room is like a huge television screen with words and images flashing across it too fast for you to see. And you realize that this is information being transmitted to different parts of your mind and body. And you use your mind to will it to stop, and as you do so, the screen clears and the word ready appears in large flashing all capital letters. And now your mind is prepared and receptive to everything I am going to say to you. And everything I say to you will be accepted and acted upon by your subconscious, because everything that I tell you is true. Tell yourself that now. Everything that I as your hypnotist tells you is true. because I have no reason to lie to you. You trust my words and my actions more and more each day because everything I as your hypnotist tells you is true. Everything I say to you is true, and it is having a steadily increasing effect upon the way you think, and the way you feel, and the way you behave. And over the coming days, and weeks, and months even. Because the more you think about the true things I tell you, the more they make sense to you. Each time you sleep or even close your eyes, these things I tell you, become more real to you, because in closing your eyes and sleeping, you are agreeing to the things I tell you. You agree with me that what I say is real and true and that I would never lie to you. You are now ready, and you will now go even deeper. And you will descend deeper and deeper into your subconscious mind. Going deeper and deeper with each word you hear from me. With each breath you take you will slide deeper down, never consciously remembering the words you are hearing, but always subconsciously processing the information to make the changes that you seek. Descend. Take a moment, and listen to my voice, with no anticipation of what it might say, or how it might make you feel. Just breathe in, and then breathe out. Let your mind drift, where it will, as your mind listens to my words. Deep breath. Breathing in as your body relaxes. Exhaling fully, as you breathe out, all the tension of the day, as your muscles relax, and let go. Deep breath. Breathing in as your body relaxes. Exhaling fully, as you breathe out all the tension of the day, as your muscles relax and let go. You can now find that you are aware of everything, and yet you are not aware of anything. You are listening to me, with your subconscious mind, while your conscious mind is far and away, not hearing a word. Your conscious mind is far away, and not hearing what is said here. Your subconscious mind is awake, and hearing my words, understanding everything, while your conscious mind remains very relaxed and peaceful. You can relax peacefully, because your subconscious mind is taking charge, and when this happens, your conscious mind can drift away, and let your subconscious do all the listen. Your subconscious mind knows, and because your subconscious mind knows, your conscious mind does not need to know, and can stay asleep, and not mind while your subconscious mind stays wide awake. You have much potential in your subconscious mind, which you don't have in your conscious mind. You can remember everything that has happened with your subconscious mind, but you cannot remember everything with your conscious mind. You can forget so easily, and with forgetting certain things, you can remember other things. Remembering what you need to remember, and forgetting what you can forget. It does not matter if you forget, you need not remember. Your subconscious mind remembers everything that you need to know, and you can let your subconscious mind listen and remember, while your conscious mind sleeps and forgets. Keep your ears locked onto my words, and listen with your subconscious mind, and when you are listening very, very carefully, your head can now say yes, I agree. As you continue to listen to my words, with your subconscious mind, your conscious mind sleeps, deeper and deeper, and deeper, and deeper. Let your conscious mind stay deeply asleep, and let your subconscious mind hear my words. In a moment, I'm going to relax you more completely. In a moment I'm going to begin counting backwards from 50 down to 1. The moment I say the number 50, you will allow your mind's eye to open and see all that your subconscious mind is hearing. The moment you hear the number 50, you will, in your mind's eye, see yourself at the top of a grand set of stairs. The moment you hear the number 49, and each additional number after, you will simply move down those stairs, counting each step with me, relaxing more completely with each. At the base of the stairs is a large feather bed, with a comfortable feather pillow. The moment you hear the number 1, you will simply sink into that bed, resting your head on that feather pillow. 48, taking another step, 47, step, 46, step down, 45 you can see the stairs, and you can feel yourself moving down the stairs, step 44, step 43. It is good to move down these stairs, 42, 41, it is easier to move down these stairs than to stand still. 40, down, 39, step down, 38, you might as well continue descending, it is comfortable there at the bottom. 37, down, 36, 35, 34, 33, relaxing with each step down, 32, 31, the deeper you go the more comfortable you are. 30, 29, with each step down, you feel no other path but down. 28, 27, 26, descend deeper, 25, 24, each time you hear the word descend, you will begin your path down these steps. 23, 22, 21, with each step down as you relax and descend further, you feel all thoughts drift away from you, your mind, becoming more and more empty. 20, 19, 18 more open, more empty of thoughts. 17, 16, 15 down and down, 14, calmer of thoughts, 13, calmer of body, 12, so empty, 11 so ready, 10, so relaxed, 9, almost there, 8, when you reach the bed you will fall into a deep, deep, slumber where all there is my voice. 8, 7, a few more steps closer, 6, 5, 4, it is right before your beloved empty, relaxed place, you long to be in. 3, 2, you step up to the bed. 1 and you begin to fall onto the bed, 0. Open, relaxed, empty of all thoughts, so deeply asleep, but hearing all of my words. You have decided to take a little trip up to a cabin a friend told you about. It is a quiet place where you can relax and descend deeply. You arrive at your destination. A quiet clearing in the trees. At other side of the clearing is a little cabin, a little smoke coming from the chimney. So inviting. Just across the clearing is a warm, comfortable place to relax and recover. As you walk across the meadow, a gentle breeze brings you pleasant smells of flowers and trees. The trail to the cabin crosses a small stream. As you cross it, out of the corner of your eye you see for the briefest of moments a movement in the tress. When you look there is nothing there. A gentle breeze moves the grass across the little meadow, as you continue on the path to your little cabin. But as you watch the grass move, you notice some are moving differently. As if something was moving through the tall grass. And as you watch the movement in the grass, gets closer and closer to you. You begin to hurry to the cabin, as the movement in the grass continues to move towards you. No matter how fast you move, the movement in the grass is getting closer and closer. You are afraid of what it might be. You have heard stories of things in these woods. Some people have talked of people going missing. Some people have talked of untold pleasure. You have no idea what is there as you reach the door to the cabin. You race inside the cabin and lock the door behind you, as you hear a thud on the door, just moments after it is closed. Looking out a window you see nothing now. But you know there is something out there. You can feel it out there. You know it is out there. You are scared, but curious. You remember the stories of untold pleasure, from the woman at the bar. She told you the story of a hike in these hills. Being cornered by a creature, she described as having 100 snakes as arms and hands. All coming through the grass at her. Seizing her. Scaring her. But with each touch of the tentacle arms, and sucker mouths, she felt intense pleasure. You can almost feel it now, your fear, your arousal growing and growing. You wonder if the woman was right. If she was just crazy. But the thought doesn't leave you, at the idea of being touched, by all those glorious hands roaming your body. The woman told her that her clothes were removed. That the mouths at the end of the tentacles, gently caressing her. Sucking gentle on one nipple and then another. And as you think about what she experienced, you find that your hands are gentle rubbing your breasts. Your nipples are getting harder, and more sensitive. You begin to notice a sweet pleasant smell, all through the cabin room. You hear a gentle rubbing sound at the door you are still leaning on. You continue to rub at your breasts. The sensations coming from touching your nipples, making you gasp just a little. The woman telling the story about her encounter in the woods. Tells you about how her clothes were removed. Carefully pulled from her body, so as not to hurt her. When she found them later they were shredded all over the clearing. But all she remembered was the pleasant sensations. You can feel pleasant erotic arousing sensations moving through your body. She told you of the tentacles moving across her belly. The tentacles working their way across her body, and between her legs. Your arousal is building as you remember her descriptions. You are getting more and more turned on, as you remember her story. One of your hands still gently plays with one of your nipples, bringing you more pleasure than you have ever had from your nipple before. Your other hand, as you think of the tentacle monster outside your door. What she described as a ball of long smooth snakes, each with its own lips and tongues. Your hand that is not bringing you pleasure with your nipple, soon finds your clit. Move your hand to your clit and begin to bring yourself closer to your own orgasm. Your fingers rub at your clit, bringing you more pleasure than you have ever brought yourself before. As you think about how the tentacle monster begin to slid between the legs of the woman telling the story. Your own fingers rubbing faster at your clit. Pushing deeper into your dripping pussy, as you remember how the lady moaned in pleasure, just from remembering how the monster entered her. The tentacle monster begins to move in her as your fingers move in you faster and faster. The monster moves her in her and you can feel now in your body as your fingers move in and out of you. Each time the monster moved further, deeper into her with each thrust, bringing her more and louder moans of pleasure. As you think about her story, you hear the monster at your door. You are now, even now, fucking yourself even faster as your fingers move faster and faster in you. The lady soon tells you as she gets closer to her orgasm, as you get closer to your orgasm. One of the tentacle moves into her mouth, pushing further into her mouth, making her moans deeper and quieter. Soon the monster is pulsing and pushing deeper in and out. You can almost feel it as well as she describes it. Pushing in and out deeper and faster. Your arousal builds and you are now getting more and more wet. You are getting closer to your own orgasm. The pleasant smell in the room is getting stronger, and the sound at the door is still there. As you have fallen to the floor in front of the door, no longer leaning on it, the door begins to open slowly. And from around the corner comes one of the first tentacles, followed by half a dozen more. Followed closely by a small dark blob about 2 feet across. As it moved around the door and across the floor towards you, the pleasant smell increased, getting stronger by the moment. As the smell grows stronger, your arousal grows stronger. Your fingers begin to pump in and out of your pussy faster and faster. All you can do is try to satisfy your increasing arousal. As the tentacle monster crawls closer and closer. As you watch, the monster stops moving towards you, and one of the tentacles start moving towards your face. Wiggling closer, slithering closer. As you watch its little mouth at the end of the tentacle, which is about as wide as a cigar, opens. From between its soft-looking lips, a small solid tongue about as wide as a pencil flicks in and out several times. The whole thing moves closer as the main body of the monster holds still just out of arm's reach. You are getting closer and closer to your own orgasm. You hear the lady tell you as you continue to pump your own fingers in and out of yourself. As the tentacle slowly moves towards you face, your eyes wide with fear and excitement. She tells you that after what felt like forever, the strange tentacles moving in her. Moving in and out of her, they begin to come in her, filling her mouth. Filling her pussy. Filling her ass. Coming deep in her. She. Orgasm now. Orgasm now. You pulse and twitch at her, telling you that she had her orgasm. And you nearly orgasm at the thought yourself. Orgasm now. The tentacle moves closer, and you are unable to move away from it, as you watch it. Your breath comes heavier and faster. And as you breath in, the first tentacle, you feel it even now, slides into your open mouth, filling it. It is warm and soft, and feel incredible in your mouth. The flavor, the texture, as it slides deeper into your mouth. You moan from the pleasure as your fingers move faster into and out of your pussy. The tentacle begins to slide in deeper and then pulls back. Slides deeper and then pulls back. Slides deeper and then pulls back. Each movement makes your mouth feel like your pussy being fucked. Your eyes close from the pleasure. With your eyes closed, you feel a tentacle slide around the wrist of the hand playing with your nipple. It pulls your wrist away from your body, and holds it tight, so you cannot move your arm and hand. As your arm is moved away from your body, a silky smooth tentacle wraps around each breasts, moving slowly, massaging, and rubbing your breasts. Suddenly, something clamps onto each nipples. Small soft lips begin sucking on each nipple. What feels like little tongues begin to gently flick across the tips of your already hard nipples. And your pleasure explodes to a new level, as you learn what it feels like to have your breasts properly caressed. Your mouth is being fucked, at a more and more rapid pace, as your body responds to pleasure and the pressure of being fucked in your mouth. Your other wrist is secured by another tentacle, pulling your hand out of your pussy. Both hands pulled up and out of the way above your head. The tentacles gentle sucking on first one finger and then another. Your arms restrained, unable to move them. Several more tentacles wrapping around your waist, removing more of your clothes as they secure you in place. You open your eyes to see the central mass of the tentacle monster moving up onto your belly. The tentacles wrapping around your stomach tightening. The tentacles securing your hands, not allowing you to move more than an inch. 2 tentacles move down your legs, one to a side, securing your ankles, pulling your legs open, allowing the tentacle moving in and out of your pussy easier access. Another tentacle beings to apply pressure to you ass. You squeeze trying to keep it out, but it pushes through. Incredible pleasure you feel, as all 3 of your holes filled and pulsing. Movement in and out, in and out. With each movement you get closer to you climax. So ravaged by this monster that is upon. So ravaged in pleasure. Each thrust bringing you closer and closer to your orgasm. The tentacle in your mouth swells and then stops moving in your mouth. You wonder what is next as it continues to swell in your mouth. And as quick as all that, your mouth begins to fill with a thick warm liquid. The taste is unlike anything you've ever experienced before. The most incredible flavor. The most incredible of textures. It keeps filling your mouth. You must swallow. You swallow and more is squirted into your mouth. You swallow and swallow. And your mouth is filled again. So incredible a sensations. So incredible a flavor. So incredible a texture. As the tentacle pulls from your mouth, leaving you missing it already. The one in your ass begins to swell and then it too stops moving. You know what comes next and you wait in anticipation for the pleasure of it coming in you again. You hold still, and it holds still. Your need is to and you push back on the tentacle in your ass. And it come in your ass. It feels so good to feel it squirting, and squirting, and squirting, into you, filling you up. Your body is afire with increasing pleasure. From head to toe you can feel the fire of pleasure burning through you, bringing you closer and closer to your orgasm, but never allowing you to come. As the tentacle in your ass slowly pulls out of you, the pleasure you feel rippling through your body is almost as intense as when it came in you. You can feel the tentacle in your pussy still moving rhythmically. In, out, in, out, pulsing like a fast heartbeat each time it is in you. Each movement of this tentacle, deep inside you, driving your arousal, bringing you closer and closer to your own orgasm. As your pleasure builds, you find it hard to think. You just feel the pulsing, the movement in and out, in and out. Everywhere a tentacle touches you is divine sensual pleasure across your skin, inside and outside of you. Your body is a file, tingling. You feel it deep down that you cannot take much more of what is happening to you. You feel like you will melt from desire. The last tentacle begins to move faster and faster. It has stopped now. You know what that means and your anticipation is building. Your anticipation is quickly rewarded as you feel this last incredible tentacle begin to swell inside of you. Feel it getting thicker. You are already full and it is filling you even fuller. Almost painfully full. You are so stuffed you don't know how much bigger it can get. Deep inside you can feel what you can only describe as being blasted with a hot shower on your skin. A rhythmic pulsing of a powerful stream, pounding against you inside, filling you fuller. It is so warm and silky. The heat of such intense pleasure spreads through your overloaded body. As you feel the cum from this tentacle seep even deeper into you, feels like it is filling you, from head to toe. It's running out of you. You can feel it flowing down your legs. And as this sensation of this warm, hot pleasure growing in you reactions your head, your body finally explodes with release, and you collapse to your belly on the ground. No longer in control of your body. As wave after wave of growing pleasure is pounded into you with each forceful explosion of cum deep in you. It comes and you feel another wave of intense heated pleasure ripple through your body. Orgasm now after orgasm after orgasm. For some reason you have not passed out yet. As it comes again and you orgasm again, you are unable to move any part of your body. Orgasm again. Orgasm now. You lay there for what feels like forever as the pulses in your body begin to slowly fade. Orgasm now. Fading. Orgasm now. Fading slowly. Always aware and awake, never getting the release of passing out as the pleasure slowly, oh so slowly fades. Orgasm now. Finally you are able to sleep now. Exhausted. but satisfied. Sleep now. Rest. When you are ready to wake, you will feel satisfied and at peace with your body and your mind. You will remember this encounter with your friend. You will happy you were here. You are happy you that it filled you with its come. You know you can come back here any time and feed your need friend. You can let it fill you with pleasure anytime you want now. Relax and wake when you are ready.